What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be showing you how to install the infamous Honeycomb grille on your Audi TT. Obviously, as you can see, we're doing this after the fact because we weren't entirely confident in our ability to get this done, because it involves taking off the bumper and a load of other stuff which we were kind of like apprehensive about, and we were like 50-50. Should we take it down to someone who knows what they're doing, or should we just wing it and see how far we can get? So obviously you've seen the channel before. We definitely did wing it. Luckily for you though, the only things that you need are a torque screw with a T25 and a T30. Realistically, you should have some sort of prying tool, but other than that, that is literally all you need to get it done. So without further ado, let's get into the video and I'll show you the whole process. Okay, so before we get started, let me just say that this is definitely a two-man job. Like, you can do it if you're on your own, but really you should just get someone to help you out. It says estimates are around a 40-minute job. It took us like 2 hours, but we are complete noobs. So yeah, if you have any sort of mechanical skills, you'll do this quicker than us. Okay, so first things first, you want to open the bonnet and turn the wheels to full lock. This will give you access to 4 screws in each wheel arch, which need to be undone to allow you to take the bumper off. Okay, so a couple of screws to look out for. It's this one here, which connects the bumper to the grille. And we've done 3 more underneath here. So there's 3 along here, 3 in the middle. There's 4 by here on the carpet. 1 there, which connects to the bumper. And also behind here, you've got to be careful of the headlight washing system, because the last thing you want to be doing is ripping that out and spraying coolant and headlight washing fluid all over the car and breaking wires and stuff. So we're nearly there, I think. So it turns out that there were a lot more screws to undo than we initially thought. Apart from the obvious ones that are in the wheel arch and along the top of the grille, there's 10 plus screws under the bumper which need undoing, some of which are connecting the grille to the bumper and others which are securing the bumper to the under tray. The under tray screws are much larger, so that's where you'll need the T30 Torx. And obviously it goes without saying, make sure you have something to rest the bumper on, otherwise you'll end up with more scuffs than my old BMW alloys. Lastly, with the headlight washers, this is only connected on one side, so we just undid the hose and let the fluid drain out, as we couldn't really find any other way to disconnect these parts from the bumper without breaking anything. Okay, so now that we are inside, I'm just unclipping these so I can get to these screws, and then that should allow us to take the grille off. Here. I think there's nothing along the top apart from obviously the other side, and then a few clips. Get those off, put the new one on, put the bumper back on, job done. Sorted. So this is by far the most frustrating part. There's more screws to undo, as I mentioned previously, but the real hassle begins when you have to try and unclip what feels like 100 sets of clips all over the grille, on top, on the sides, left, right, center, just to get the thing off. This is where a set of prying tools would have come in really handy. We also had to take out the foam / polystyrene sections, which literally takes about 20 seconds as it's not secured with any screws. Just watch out for the hose that connects the left and right headlight washers. My advice here would be just be patient. You will get the grille off without breaking any clips or damaging any parts. It just takes a bit of time. He's the legend. You've done it, you've done it!
Oh wait, do we take the plate off?
Yeah, we can figure that out, don't worry.
What a headache that is.
Oh mate, don't even. That, honestly, I know it's the first time we've ever done anything like this, but what an absolute joke that is. To get just that off, we've had to take the whole bumper off, undo all the clips, all the flipping windscreen washer all over the floor outside, all just for that. And I swear to God, if this doesn't go on now, I'm gonna be fuming. Oh, right. Let's do it though, come on man, we're nearly there. We got like an hour left of sunlight as well.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm surprised you've taken it off.
Same.
Not this far.
Same. So yeah, there you have our perfectly patient response. The next part is just a reverse of what we did in the first place. It requires a little bit more brute force to make sure that the clips are in and properly secured. You know, the last thing you want to do is brake heavily and have the brand new grille skating across the floor. But yeah, just another one, be patient, and it will fit. Don't you worry about it. That's how it needs to look. Mate, this is flush. Oh. Look at that.
Oh, so much better.
Way
10
better,
times
innit?
better.
Jesus Christ. Right, spin it around for the viewers. Oh, I can't even.
Yeah, don't even miss that.
So let's fix this first. Right, okay, so this is the return journey, isn't it?
Yeah,
Fitting everything back together.
Nice and backwards.
That's the easiest part, is putting the grill in. Everything
Well,
else
that's
is
the goal.
a nightmare, yeah.
Getting our girls started.
Right, let's do this, man. Okay, so we're nearly there. We're just putting the final things back together. All these little bits. Foam, the washers. We've got a few screws to fill in. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then all the screws are back in, I believe. Yeah, we need to find them first because yeah, we got a few missing ones. Some have gone walkies. But I think we're in a good place where we can start putting the bumper back on now, I think, and lining everything back up. So let's get back up outside, I think. So yeah, we did record us putting the bumper back on, but obviously it got completely pitch black. A few tips: just remember to connect the hoses back up. Remember to make sure you don't miss out any of the screws. But in all honesty, it's much easier to put the bumper back on than it is to take it off. So there you have it, guys. What do you reckon? I think it looks absolutely incredible. By far, my favourite modification so far. Obviously, you know, the plate's in the window at the moment. I don't want to use the bar that comes with it, really, because I can get these things which clip on to the honeycomb bit, and then you can put it on and off for pictures and track events and stuff like that. Plus, it just looks way better without the plate, so I'm not really trying to put that on right now. Love the changes that it's given to the car. It makes it look a lot more aggressive, a lot more stealth-like. It just looks angrier now, which is exactly what I'm looking for in pretty much all my cars. But yeah, next up is more than likely a remap, a proper remap on a dyno. Gonna go see the guys down at Cardiff Tuning on, what day are we? Thursday? Wednesday, God, it's a slow week, slow burner. But yeah, we're gonna go and see those guys on the weekend, get booked in, hopefully get this done before Christmas, because that will just be a really nice Christmas present to ourselves. But yeah, make sure you check in next week. Another little install video, nothing major. But thank you very much for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe. If I've missed anything or if you have any tips, you know where to put them down in the comments or DM me on Instagram, and then we can just crack on from there. But for now, have a good one. Peace.